The only way I can be beat is if you cheat. If you cheat. If you play fair and square, I'm gonna win. I mean,
What up, babes? Welcome back. It's Barb City where it's Liddy. Let's go on ahead and get into it. Don't forget to fill my comments with hashtag BCG, money bags, or unicorns for good vibes. We have a lot to get into in this video. I want to give my opinion on a lot of things. So let's go on ahead and jump into it. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, and I want you guys to come to my comments with comprehension, okay? Let's start off this video by saying I appreciate and respect what Kendrick Lamar did for the culture, okay? I love the messages that he was sending out to our people. Full respect on that. And yeah, with that being said, you guys, I want to get into the clownery, the corn ball, the corniness, the corn on a cob of it all. This whole Drake and Kendrick, Nicki and Megan, it's just extremely corny. And the reason why is because it all has one person behind the whole thing. And it all comes down to Jay Z. Okay. But before we even get into that, can I please point out the fact that it's always protect black women when it comes to Megan the Stallion. But yet, not only did she sleep with her best friend's man, but she's also always trying to tear down the image of another black woman, right? And then Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be, uniting his people, bringing black people back together, waking us up. But yet, here he is tearing down another black man in front of the entire world. And yes, I said black man. If you guys take a look at your screens right now, I asked, is Drake black? It says no, Drake is not black, but he is mixed race. He has a white Jewish mother and an African American father. This is not a Bachiana, Botsy B, Cardi B situation, okay? He has a black parent. And we're not about to sit here and act like we have not been allowing people like Ice Spice, Rihanna, Lotto, Coi Leray, and so on to claim that they are black because they have a black parent. So, like I said, Drake is black. And let's get into it, you guys. I feel like Jay Z is trying to win a war that he lost with Young Money years ago. And he is using artists to be able to do that because he could not do it himself. I feel like we see Jay Z do this in many different ways, right? He does this by giving certain artists bigger pushes than what they deserve really early into their career. He places them in positions that they did not work to be in just to spite other artists that do deserve to be in those positions. Not just that, but he clearly uses big moments of other artists and he makes it about himself and his own drama and will somehow use that moment to spite other artists as well, right? So that brings me to the Super Bowl halftime show. I have already given Kendrick Lamar his tens for the cultural performance, but I have to say that Jay Z being behind all of this is so corny to me. I already know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar have their very own beef, but we also know that Lil Wayne is from New Orleans, and he was told for a long time that he was going to be able to do that show. And then all of a sudden, Kendrick Lamar was doing the show, right? And if you guys look right here, as you guys can imagine and should already know, Rock Nation, aka Jay Z, was in charge of that decision and was also the person who kept telling Lil Wayne that he was going to be able to do that show up until the very last minute. As you guys can see, it says Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez selected Lamar to headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Perez said Lamar was the right person for the show because of his achievements in 2024 and his connection to New Orleans. Jay-Z, the owner of Rock Nation, helps choose the halftime show performers. He presents a short list of artists to consider. So now that you guys know, if you guys didn't already, that Jay-Z is the reason why Kendrick Lamar was on that stage, right? And you guys also already know that the reason why he was on that stage was to spite Lil Wayne. So then he basically used the beef that Kendrick Lamar had with Drake in order to throw shade at Young Money in itself, right? We all know that Kendrick Lamar gave a large portion of his set to an op, right? He gave a lot of energy to Drake during his halftime performance. And again, that is very interesting. Like, Nicki Minaj has Bigfoot out, right? But she did her entire tour around the world without performing Bigfoot one time. Although her crowds were singing Bigfoot while they were waiting for her to come on the stage, she did not give any of her energy to an op. And that's what makes it so corny. Just knowing that the only reason why certain things are happening, or the only reason why certain beefs are being drug out so far, is because of Jay-Z and his insecurities that he has with Young Money. And what makes it even more cornier, you guys, is the fact that every single win that Kendrick might feel he has, or Megan Thee Stallion might feel that she has, it all has Rock Nation's push and money behind it. So at the end of the day, every single win, every single award is all fake. It's all corny. And it's even more cornier when these artists turn around and celebrate them. It reminds me of when Bachiana won her Grammy, which everybody already knew was out of spite of Nicki Minaj, right? And she had the nerve to go home and actually celebrate the Grammy. Like, that is so corny. I feel like if Kendrick Lamar, Megan Thee Stallion, and so on want to go up against the best, if they want to be called the big three, Doechii and SZA and stuff like that, they need to stand alone. They need to show that they can actually outdo these legends and these icons without this fake push behind them, right? Does that make sense? So, despite giving Kendrick Lamar his 10s, everything else is so corny. You're putting on a show talking about waking up and uniting your people and bringing people back together and blah, blah, blah. But yet you're tearing down another black man who also has a very, very, very large fan base all around the world, which again is bringing separation. It is not bringing anybody together. It's fake, right? And then, like I said about Megan Thee Stallion, it's always protect black women when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion. That never stands for any other black woman, right? Nicki Minaj is a black woman, and Megan Thee Stallion is being used and placed in certain positions, just like Bachiana, in order to spite a black woman. That's all I'm saying. Like, make it make sense. It is very much corny. I could understand if these were legitimate wins, but they're not. They are Rock Nation spiteful mother effing wins. But you guys, that was basically my opinion on the whole Super Bowl halftime show. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Jay-Z being behind all this stuff is corny, 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 cornball, corn on the cob, all of those things. But let me know what you guys feel about it in the comments. It is time for me to go climb to the top of Tabletop Mountain. If you guys do not know about that, please go check out my previous video. Thank you for enjoying Barb City Mother effing blooper rolls. And remember, when in doubt, pull your mother effing blunt out. And until next time, I love you guys so much. Thanks.